be the most prominent for either of these two schools, but it's one that can easily define season trajectories and put the victor on the path to the college football playoff. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Florida's offense will go to work first. The last time these two met, it was all by you Bengals as they sort of took the fight. Gators.
And that was a game that LSU got out ahead early, and they never looked back. When this team starts to feel themselves and things start going their way, it is like a snowball that just keeps growing and growing and growing. When they're playing confidently, they're a very, very difficult team to beat, and they want to jump out to a quick start again against the Gators.
Offense working from the pistol. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Gators are at the line looking to convert on third and short. It's a draw. Makes a man miss. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team, and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off play action. Finds his back in the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to take the top off. Snatches it on the right. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
I think week in practice when they were game planning their opening script. I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
Power football with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So LSU's offense has the ball for the first time. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up. If you watch the way they run their offense, usually it starts with the physicality in the ground.
Looking to fire. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Takes a hit as he fires. Another incompletion on third down.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Going to swing it on second down. Gets it out fast. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did there throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. Complete. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Gators in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense gets set for second down. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Booker. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Complete in the middle. Touchdown, Florida! Once he got a step, it was...
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. He's past the 30. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his...
Oh, he's got some space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They've scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Gives it on the option. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. The Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gives it on the option. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. And the Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Caught over the middle. It's Street. Really nice job to get him past the sticks. Pick up the first down at the 30.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Motion from the wideout. The give. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. When these two first met in 1937 in Baton Rouge, LSU shut out the Gators. Florida would notch the first road victory in this swampy series when they beat LSU on the Bayou in 1956.
And a lot of history between these two teams because even when there were two divisions in the SEC, this was a constant cross-division rivalry featuring lots of NFL talent and some really dramatic games. I remember being the #1 team in the nation back in 1997, going into Baton Rouge and losing, and the fans rushing the field, tearing down the goalposts. These two teams had unbelievable fan bases and lots of talent on the field.
Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down. Doesn't convert this time. Punt is in the air on 4th down. And the ball comes to rest right there. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. He's piled up 112 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Running to the left. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the ground with the bat. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. There he goes. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, LSU! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That 14-point lead is gone, and now they'll try to get back on top with a scoring drive here. They'll try the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You want to stop the run game? Get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you describe with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Bringing the heat. Fires to the big fella. He's able to get it out to the 25, but needed a little bit more to move the chains. It'll be fourth down. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it, and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's caught. It's April. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
This crowd on hand, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third, breaks into the open. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Picked off to stop the threat. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll close in on him after a good... on the interception.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
The Gators line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Catch is made at the 15. Was looking for more running room but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Off play action on 1st down. Looking for a deep man. Finds a spot in the middle. They make the stop, but this junior loves to show off his arm strength, and he did it there.
That's a really nice job hauling that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. He can line them up anywhere. He can run routes at all 3 levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Might be looking to run. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Smith dropping to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. He's got him this time. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. It's complete to the left. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. He wants to throw it. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Tigers. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, you keep that passing game up, you can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
He's got it near midfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. The hand to the running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
Turning it on. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Takes the handoff. It's Jordan. Got some room in under the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And he's going to bring it out. Smacks it with the stiff arm. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on first down. Looking for his man. Complete to the left. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's first down. The give to the tailback. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll immediately call timeout.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to throw. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. When we talk to them about this guy, like, He's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback, and him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. That's caught. It's Watkins. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
19 on the play. That's a first down for the offense. Number 19.
No good. Missed the field goal. Missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. And the Gators will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Fires to the big fella. Crosses the 45. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Watkins. And he's brought down after a nice gain. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Returns it inside the 30 to the 29, and after the they'll try to cash it in with a score. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've hunted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. And he knocked him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. The Gators want to move quickly.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
The play action fake. Gets it out quickly. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. No fair catches here, looking for room. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the...
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this, Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Might as well give it to him again. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Gonna run it. It's Jordan. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. Caught near the sticks. It's Bond. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with the running back. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
And the Tigers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. The give to the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They go to the ground. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
Makes the grab on the left. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. That is a costly mistake as the penalty wipes the touchdown off the board. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
And the Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Wide open downfield. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Street.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Gators will punt it away on fourth down. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
LSU.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a second down play. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Gets it past the marker. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
They'll run the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's got it on the right. Touchdown, Tigers! A great catch and run for 6. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They'll run it from the gun. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. They get to him as he throws. Fires into traffic. It's picked off.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
LSU lining up first and goal. Motion from the back. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Quick completion on the out route. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. Somehow got the screen into that traffic. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. And this one is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them. Everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Looking down the middle. Fires complete on the crosser. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Connection to the right. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5. And the Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the...
Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting 1st down, so you have to be able to run it.
After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Frank. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away he wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the 1st down.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really